Honestly, Jesse's been making some really good gains, but he's kind of taking this intensity thing just a little too far.
Shit! Damn it!
It's honestly starting to freak me out. What's up, guys? Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. I am good. I am safely at least 5 or 6 feet away from Jesse. He's behind the camera safely. But what he did there, I hope you never saw that anywhere, but you've seen degrees of that, and I want to address that today, screaming in the gym, and whether or not it has any value at all as we continue our popular Bro Science True or False Mythbuster series here. And that is there any value to that? Is it complete BS? I know it's annoying. I know you've seen people do it. You probably can't stand them, but I'm going to tell you right now, there's a value to it. Now, before you have to feel like you're going to have to run around and start looking like a complete jackass in the gym, you don't. But here's the benefits of it. Firstly, the first thing that actually does is it actually activates the autonomic nervous system, the fight or flight system. So if you were running from a dinosaur, programmed into our DNA from long ago, you wouldn't necessarily be running like this. Oh, there's a T-Rex behind me. I'm just going to run like this. Now, you'd be booking your ass as hard as you could in that direction to get away from him. Complete muscle actions, complete total force realization, being able to execute as hard and as fast as you possibly can. The same thing is sort of kicking in here in this autonomic nervous system that's allowing you to express more force, because guess what? Studies will back up that there is an increase, 10% at minimum, increase in force production by screaming when you're lifting. So there's something valid here. Secondly, what's also happening is you're able to realize the expression of force, okay? You're not putting the restraints on your ability to do that. Here's an example. If I had a medicine ball, you told me to accelerate in that direction, like that, and rotate. Well, I wouldn't get the same effect if I held onto the ball than I would if I let it go. Because in reality, when I'm taking the ball through and holding onto it, even though I'm accelerating here, I'm starting to decelerate as soon as I cross midline here. Slow it down so that my arms don't fly off my body. But if I can take it and let it go, I can let the ball go, accelerate through the middle here, which is actually very helpful in things like golf and other sports where you hit baseball, we have to generate force. So we're able to do that by screaming. We're giving ourselves a way to get the weight through the sticking point. Thirdly, and probably the most important, is what's actually happening to your core when you do this. So take a quick test here with me, all right? Take your hand, put it right here, and now go ahead and make your noise. If you want to make Jesse's noise, you can, but hopefully nobody's around you. You're going to go, like that. Like that. Every time I'm bracing down with my abs. I'm bracing down with my core. We've talked about a lot of times in other videos the importance of plugging the energy leaks when you lift. We have all sorts of dissipation of force, whether we're starting from the ground up or from the top down. If we let our core loose, stay loose, we dissipate and lose that energy. But if you keep it tight, you actually maintain that and you pass it up and down the kinetic chain a lot more efficiently. So that, to me, is probably the biggest benefit of all. And then there's this last component that talks about sort of the overall impact of maybe even just psyching your own self up to do what you're about to do. Hearing yourself scream or hearing yourself really exert some force is what's encouraging you to become motivated. Whatever it is, the bottom line is it's impacting your performance and it's helping you to lift more. But here's the good news. Before you think I would ever tell you to all run out to Planet Fitness or somewhere else, God forbid, and start making noises like that, you don't have to. Because it's not really about the vocal as it's about the expulsion of air. So yes, there is an expulsion of air where you go, and do that. But that's not what's actually necessary. And you even see it when tennis players, are serving, right? If someone had the back to you, you wouldn't know if you were watching the US Open or porn because you just can't really tell. They're screaming, but it's beneficial. What you need to do is just expel the air. So you can, like that. Okay, you can breathe out as you curl up. That's all that's necessary. And you don't need to do it on rep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do it when it matters. You do it on the last few reps of whatever rep range you're working in, where it's your most challenging. You don't need to do it on every single rep. But work on quieting down the noises, but work on amplifying that expulsion of air, and I promise you're going to see more benefits from it. So as far as the bro science and whether or not there's any value to it, yeah, there is. There definitely is, and it's going to help your workouts. Just tone it down a little bit, for God forbid, for the sake of everybody else that has to train around you. All right, guys, if you found this video helpful, make sure to leave your comments and thumbs up below. If you like the Bro Science series and you want me to continue covering a lot, we have lots of them. There's a lot more tips to go through. Let me know and I'll do that for you. And if you've heard any good ones that you're not really still sure about, make sure you leave those in the comments and I'll do that too. If you're looking for a training program that puts the science back in strength, tells it to you like it is, no bullshit, whatever that answer may be, that's over at ATHLEAN-X.com and our ATHLEAN-X training system. All right, guys, we'll be back here again soon. See ya.